Yikes, you be like, hey yo, what's the price? Yikes, when it come to me, I do nothing twice. Yikes, 223, got you taking.
From my neck on chill, put my wrist on freeze, put the deuces on the whip, and you know I keep them clean.
Indianapolis woman tonight is arrested after police say her 2-year-old daughter was discovered with bruises on her body and a puncture wound on her neck.
Get the money, run it up and stack it up. We on it. Get the sack, then get it off and double that.
Just hours ago, we learned that an Indianapolis mother has been charged in the death of a 2-year-old girl, and her alleged boyfriend has a warrant out for his arrest.
Saturday, January 25th, 2025. At around 6:30 p.m., police responded to an apartment complex in the 6300 block of Newberry Road on a report of a death investigation. When officers arrived, a woman said she called 911 after finding her 2-year-old daughter unresponsive and not breathing underneath a bedroom dresser. She told police she had been making dinner for her 2 kids, both under the age of 5, and called for them to come eat. The woman said her 4-year-old son came, but her 2-year-old daughter didn't. She said it was only after searching the apartment that she found her daughter underneath the dresser. After making the shocking discovery, the woman said she grabbed her son and ran outside to call 911. She would also call her boyfriend and ask him to come to the apartment. The woman was identified as 33-year-old Chantell Gardner.
An Indianapolis woman tonight is arrested after police say her 2-year-old daughter was discovered with bruises on her body and a puncture wound on her neck.
Last Saturday, Metro Police responded to an apartment complex on the city's northeast side near Shadeland Avenue. 33-year-old Chantell Gardner called 911 saying she found 2-year-old Skylar unresponsive and not breathing.
33-year-old Chantell Gardner had called police saying she had found her daughter cold to the touch and underneath a dresser.
Officers found the home in disarray with trash on the floor alongside steak knives. Officers say Skylar was cold to the touch when they found her. They say she was covered in bruises and injuries.
Medics pronounced the girl dead at the scene. Police say they found trash, human feces, and knives covering the floor. Authorities say Gardner told them she had been spending each night with her boyfriend and checked on Skylar and another 3-year-old child once a day. Police say the mother admits she had been neglecting her daughter.
Now, Chantell faces and neglect charges.
Paramedics responded to the apartment and pronounced the child deceased. An affidavit said the child had been deceased for some time as rigor mortis had set in. The Marion County Coroner's Office identified the child as 2-year-old Skylar Gardner. During the physical examination, authorities observed a series of patterned bruises and bite marks that appeared to be the result of physical abuse. They also found a large puncture wound on her neck. Detectives later spoke to Chantell and her boyfriend, Brian Thomas, at the IMPD Child's Office. Brian told police that Chantell spent the night at his house every night, but the kids were never with her. He told police that the kids only came to his house once a week at most. Chantell told investigators that she would leave her kids at home alone for several hours every day, but she would check on them once a day to bring them food and something to drink. She also said that she would find feces on the kids' hands and feet, stating that she had last bathed one of them nearly 2 weeks ago. Chantell was initially charged with child neglect, but now faces upgraded charges of homicide for allegedly causing the death of her 2-year-old daughter, who froze to death after being left alone in an unheated apartment. Police said the temperature inside the apartment ranged from 46 to 51 degrees, while it was about 32 degrees outside. The Marion County Coroner's Office conducted an autopsy, and they believe Skylar died from hypothermia.
An Indianapolis mother is now charged with and child neglect after the death of her 2-year-old little girl.
Police were first called to this apartment building behind me by the victim's mother, who reported finding her daughter unresponsive under a dresser. Court records claim that mother admitted to neglecting her kids, who were living in filth. While the suspect did her best to hide that neglect, she insisted she did not physically harm her kids on purpose. This disgusting bedroom with a feces-covered crib and mattress is where a 2-year-old girl died over the weekend. Police claim the entire apartment where the little girl and her young sibling lived was littered in feces, urine, garbage, and rotten food. This affidavit, the girl's mother, Chantell Gardner, told police she left her young children home alone for several hours every day and night while she spent time at her boyfriend's house. That boyfriend, Brian Thomas, is also charged with 2 counts of assisting a criminal. Over time, conditions inside the apartment got worse, and Gardner feared the neglect would be discovered. The affidavit claims Gardner said she tried cleaning the walls and maintaining things, but it became too overwhelming, and she eventually strayed away from the home altogether due to the smell inside the house. Preliminarily, doctors believe Skylar Gardner died from hypothermia, but her body was also covered in bruises and bite marks, with a puncture wound on her neck and frostbite on her feet and hands. Police say Gardner confessed she came back to the apartment once a day to feed her 2 kids and often found them covered in feces. Gardner admitted she knew she was neglecting her kids, but insisted she never physically harmed the children herself. Finally, the suspect made her initial court hearing today. She's now being held without bond pending trial.
The Marion County Prosecutor's Office identified Chantell's boyfriend, who was also arrested and charged with 2 counts of assisting a criminal. But before his arrest, he took to social media to tell his side of the story.
How long have y'all been together?
We've been around for at least about a year.
Okay, you've been fucking around for at least about a year. So out of the year, how many times you think you've seen her kids?
It was frequently in the beginning, but then towards like, I would say September, shit started slowing down. You feel me?
Okay, so the kids been over to your spot?
They've been there before.
Have you been to her house?
Like last year.
Last year, okay. Okay, so last year about what month you think?
Shit, bro, I couldn't even tell you. It's been a long ass time though.
So a lot of people are concerned. Tell them how you like, this is how she got around me seeing her house and how she was doing them children. How did she get around that? People are asking, how didn't you know that, she was that she was neglecting them children? How did you not know?
But see, that's what's crazy, because she would lie. Like, she had 2 jobs, so she would go to work and then go to her other job type shit, and then never, like, she'll be like, I'm about to go get the kids something to eat, you feel me? And then she go pull up. So boom, she said she did that, and then she would pull up. So, well, who got the kids? Like I said, everybody saying I wasn't asking about the kids. I was. So she damn near like, they with my best friend or they with her stepdaughter, blah, blah, blah. So I feel like, why keep questioning it? You feel me? I'm not gonna ask her every day.
Right, but you did ask her where the kids at.
100%.
What about when she said she was leaving from your house? Did you think she was going home? Or, I mean, I know you said she had 2 jobs.
She had 2 jobs.
And she would, so at nighttime when she come over your crib, where would she say her kids was at?
With her best friend over at her house.
Over the best friend house?
No, she was like the best friend was watching the kids at her house.
Okay. So, would you ever FaceTime her when she was at home?
Yep.
How was she, was you able to see that house in the background?
She would never turn the camera around. She always had it like this.
Okay. So let me ask you this question. Was it any signs that she was neglectful? Like any signs, like any?
None. Like, you know how go on with their normal day, just talking and laughing and go on saying I'm going to work, I'm trying to do this, I'm about to do this. Like, it was never no, I ain't seen the kids or nothing there. Like, she would say, like, on the daily, when she get off work, she'll go, I'm about to stop and get the kids something to eat, drop it off at the house, and I'm coming back over.
So, the thing is, like, I'm noticing, I'm seeing the pictures. So she never had any stench to her or none of that. She never smelled.
Never, bro. Never. That's what I'm saying. Like, hell nah. Like, I ain't with nobody who nah, hell nah.
Okay. So now the news came out with an article today, bro. Right?
I think.
And they upped her charges to. And and I think it was because of the neglectful nature of it. Did she ever mention to you about hurting her kids? Like, I fuck these ugly little or anything?
Never. The other day, Saturday, she said she was supposed to be going to her stepdaughter's high school prayer rally. She was like, she about to stop and get the baby something to wear. and I had went to go get my hair cut. We left out my house at like 4:45 because my haircut appointment was at 5. So boom, I get my hair cut. She gone already. She called me around 6:20, and everything went from there.
So a lot of people were saying every night she came. So out of a week, how many nights was she coming to your house, like realistically, to spend the night?
Realistically, I would say 4 to 5.
4 to 5 days. Did she ever bring her? Did you feel like it would be disrespectful for her kids to spend the night there too at your house?
Never.
Okay.
I rock with kids.
Okay. So you was for the kids coming up, and the kids have been in your house.
They have.
And basically you like, why am I about to keep asking about her kids? And I feel like, why would you when she's not giving you no signs of neglect and you're seeing the kids?
Damn, bro, this my lawyer, bro. Let me jump back on?
All right, go ahead, hang up, call him, call you right back.
You know, this story really disturbed me, especially after reading some of the details of Skylar's death and the conditions those two babies had to endure.
What I say, this is where my niece and nephew will stay. How could you? Like, where was my niece at?
You know, it's reported that an autopsy found that Skylar was dehydrated and had hair, paint chips, and possibly feces in her stomach. Meanwhile, the person responsible for her well-being is out chasing her dreams of being a rapper.
This big shanty and them hoes do not like that. They think I'm Joy Mother, how I'm coming on that my check. Don't check for me if ain't no take for me, and I know not check.
Now, in no way am I knocking her ambition, but it's just crazy to me how much Chantell appears in pictures and videos on social media in clean clothes and a fresh hairdo. Meanwhile, her kids at home alone, cold and hungry.
When I talked to the detectives, I'm like, I don't know why they keep including you. When I told TT, I told him, I said, I don't know why they keep including him. I said, had I not, called him to come get seen, like, he wouldn't even be a part of this.
I mean, I get that. You feel me? Like, somebody need to be there for Saint, but they, it's these motherfuckers on social media, and it's this motherfucker sending me like, this nigga knew. How could this nigga just clearly let her lay up over there knowing that the kids is over there? I'm like, nigga, she know for a fact I would have got on her motherfucking ass if nigga that was the motherfucking case. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm mad at you, because you could have told me this. You could have told me this.
I was embarrassed, like I was trying to make it like I had it together, like I thought I had shit together. I really thought I had it together, like I was trying to get it together. Like, there wasn't a point in time, like, I know there times where you would ask and you'd be like, you okay?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you recall, like, but like that long now, you was like, you okay? That's the thing that was on my mental when you was asking.
When I was asking, was you okay?
I was like, I'm alright, I'm cool. Or like the day when you had ordered the food, I was like, the friend just texted me about the Pampers.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, I had a moment right there. I'm like, I went to go check on them like that. And that was just me going to go check on them. Type shit, you feel me? Like, cause I know, like, it was just like spurts or any times where I just felt like I needed to get back to, you feel me? Like, but my goal was to get shit together. Like I told them, like, she said she seen the cleaning supplies, but like I told her like that Thursday, but she was trying to be asshole. But she was like, well, how do I know those weren't for Brian's house? And I'm like, Brian and his brother cleaned their own house. You feel me? Like, well, and if it was for Brian, why wouldn't I just take it to his house?
Exactly.
Like that shit. Like, I was trying to get that together. I told her to look at my text messages when me and best friend was texting, and I asked for the pediatrician phone number. Looked through my call records where I was calling Dr. Fisher to make appointments with Skylar. And I didn't want you to feel like I was rushing it, but in a way I was like rushing it, you feel me? So I could get them in a better environment. Because I knew that environment wasn't safe or clean for them.
But you know, anyway, like, even when I did see the babies, like, you know for a fact, like, even if that was the case, when you was spending the night over here, like, you could have brought them. You could have brought them, nigga. If anything, you know, if push came to shove, I would have paid for daycare.
You already had a lot on your plate.
It don't matter, though. Them babies come before the boy I got going on. I would rather have paid to put them in daycare than figure it out like this. You said what?
I said I didn't want to be a burden.
But still, though, sweetheart, you gotta, you had to move a little bit different, like.
I know.
Huh? Yeah.
Just get together. And then that's when I went in the room and I seen her. And I picked her up. I took her. I had to just walk to get her read. I was trying to get her to get her ready because like her eyes was like they was like still rolling. So I'm like, maybe she's still, you feel me?
Yeah.
And after I had called you to tell you to come get things, I brought her to the hospital. I called 911 and they told me to give her CPR. But I just couldn't. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I didn't want to hurt her.
Yeah.
I just felt like my best bet was getting her to the hospital, but as you saw when I took her outside, because said it was too late. So I was definitely trying to get shit together for my baby. I just didn't want to be a burden on nobody. I didn't know how to ask for help.
You have 1 minute remaining.
I'm already knowing.
But I don't know, man. Y'all let me know your thoughts on this one down below. And if you haven't already and you digging the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because I got more videos coming. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next one.
Yikes, you be like, hey yo, what's the price? Yikes, when it come to me, I do nothing twice. Yikes, 223, got you taking.